So, when reading this chapter, the thing that surprised me the most out of everything that has happened that chapter is not that Luffy and Zoro actually freed Lucci and Kaku, or that Shanks is actually on Elbaf, and Oda really made a funny scene with a giant that is like Luffy, a hot-headed kid who wants to join Shanks' crew in a bar. Or that kid is actually going to fight Shanks and his grand fleet with only one ship. It's actually that Dorry and Brogy, the two warriors from Elbaf, are in Elbaf. This is the thing that surprised me the most, because I can only see two options happening. Either the island that they are on got destroyed, or it got raided by the Navy. So the Navy knew where they are and they kept sending ships towards them, so they couldn't continue the duel, because logically none of them will ever win against the other. They would always draw. So my guess would be that the Navy kept sending ships to them and interrupting their duels, so the duels are still unsettled, and I decided to go back to Elbaf. Hello everyone, this is Imuu, and today we'll be discussing One Piece chapter 1076, Old Friends, and does Kid stand a chance against Shanks? So, does Kid actually stand a chance against Shanks and his grand fleet? Because maybe if it's Shanks and one other person from his crew, maybe I'm not sure, because Kid's portrayal is close to an emperor. However, we all know that they literally cheesed Big Mom. Like, they pushed Big Mom out of Onigashima. However, Big Mom was still conscious up until falling into the lava pit, so it's not like a decisive win. And there were two of them, it wasn't one of them, it was two of them, and it wasn't a decisive win on Big Mom. So going against Shanks, whom people call the strongest in One Piece right now, with only him and Killer that are good fighters, and Killer probably doesn't stand a chance against any of the red-haired pirates, as he didn't even defeat a commander. Yes, he damaged Kaido, but Shanks' crew is said to be the strongest out of all the four emperors, and has the highest average bounties out of all the crews. And the rest of Kid's crew, like, they can probably do nothing against the others and Shanks' grand fleet. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here, because, like, obviously I think that Law is going to lose against Blackbeard, and Blackbeard only had 3 of his crew members with him. However, Shanks here has all his crew, Dorry and Brogy, his grand fleet, other giants from Elbaf. So I don't see Kid getting out of this at all. And I'm not hating on Kid or anything, he hasn't impressed me enough in Wano. Like, I was expecting more from him. I was expecting for him to at least, just like Luffy, unlock advanced conquerors. However, this didn't happen, and it was implied that this wasn't even the first time that he used his awakening. So I am a bit disappointed with Kid, but we'll have to see what happens, because Oda likes to make the two characters look impressive. However, in this case, I know a lot of people, if Kid looked impressive in front of Shanks, people will take it as a disadvantage on Shanks, more than a good thing for Kid. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I trust Oda with what he does. So we have to wait and see what he does. Also, something that really surprised me in this chapter, that Luffy used the Gear 4. A lot of people, including me, thought that maybe Oda, he liked Gear 5 a lot, for him like to use it in any fight that Luffy is going to go into again. He's going to use Gear 5, as Oda said himself, he really wanted to draw this form of Luffy. He's been waiting for a long time to draw it, so a lot of us thought that he would take any chance he has to draw Gear 5. So seeing Gear 4 is actually really relieving, and I believe that Oda's going to use Gear 4th as a one, like Luffy takes one attack in Gear 4th, then gets out of it. He's not going to use it to the end and get drained, maybe. Just like, for example, Gear 3 and Gear 2nd. Luffy goes into Gear 2nd, takes one hit, gets out of Gear 6 with Gear 3, and Gear 5 will be left for like tall battles. That's what I think. And it was really funny seeing Rob Lucci losing it and saying that after they're finished with the Seraphims he will try to kill the Straw Hats and then Luffy. It was really funny seeing him being very oblivious. So overall, I really enjoyed this chapter. However, I'm not sure how Oda will take it from here, especially the Kid and Shanks situation, and considering that Law after the first altercation with Blackbeard, the chapter after it was the continuation, so I expect the same thing next chapter. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as it really helps me out a lot. And if you want to join my Patreon, the link is in the description below. So this is Imuu, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.